Hello, I'm the moderator of the Pathology Biology session at the American Academy of Forensic Sciences meeting. And we have, what's your name? Michelle?
My name is Michelle, it's spelled with an E. Last name is Kerops.
And what is your name?
I'm Topher Wick.
You're Topher.
Yeah.
I see that during the whole Congress, you're getting a translation. How did that work out? Did you ask the Academy? Did the Academy offer this to you?
So I actually requested interpreters, and they said that's fine. They would definitely provide them for me, but they couldn't cover the entire week. So I had to bring interpreters from another program at RIT. I brought interpreters from there.
What is RIT?
The Rochester Institute of Technology in Rochester, New York.
And this is where you work?
No, I'm a master's student there. I'm in my second year. I'll be graduating soon with my master's in chemistry.
Oh, I see. So you will be a chemist.
Yep.
Forensic toxicology?
Well, here's the thing. So before I got into the master's program, I had a bachelor's of science in chemistry on forensics in the transcript from a university in New Orleans. And then I was working at Abbott Lab for 2 years, for about 2.5 years. I was working there, and then I realized that I really wanted more education. I wanted a deeper education, more understanding about what I was doing. So that's why I went to RIT, and I went to work with the crime scene investigation lab, and I just didn't know where to start, so I started there. And then I wanted to work in the law enforcement office, and they had a test that I had to pass, like a hearing test. And so that sort of prevented me from going into the law enforcement. So I decided to do lab work instead.
Oh, I see. So you were looking at Abbott, how she spelled Abbott. So how do you spell Abbott? How did you do that?
ABBOTT.
Oh, so it's just...
It's a toxicology lab.
No, but you're just using the single letters for that.
Yeah, it doesn't have a name side. We don't have company names, so we just spell it.
Yeah. But for other things, you probably describe not the single letters, but you're talking about the whole context. So how did you translate Krönlein-Schuss, where the complete brain comes out of that? So how does that work? You have to show him for this way.
Here, so you take it like this, brain coming out of the head. So it was sort of new to me. So the interpreter said something along the lines of brain, the skull.
Yeah.
Coming out, and you have it.
And in one piece. The brain comes out in one piece, not splattered around.
Right, exactly. Typically, yeah, that's how you do it.
So that would be splattering?
Yeah, if it splatters, that's how you would describe it, and do a more visual way of it splattering on the ground. So you could do it that way.
But do you both make things up during the Congress, or did you learn everything before the Congress? Or did you teach him sign language words?
No, totally separate. I'm studying something different, but the interpreters tend to have experience learning the vocabulary beforehand in school.
Okay, I see. So final question. How did you communicate about the fungi in the lung and stuff like that? Because probably nobody ever talked about that before. So what would be the symbol for fungi in lungs or stuff like that?
So the first thing we'd have to, spell the word fungus, and then you describe maybe what it looks like. It's very visual, so you have to describe like the white nodules, what you would see in the lungs, and how it would show up in the body. And so, say it was caused by the fungus and spell the word fungus, and then explain what kind of fungus. We typically spell all of the scientific names for the fungus to describe it.
Okay, I see. So how much of a break do you need between the translations? I mean, like you, the interpreter. Oh, you and both of you.
So I have two interpreters. They go back and forth for every 15 minutes. They can't interpret the entire time. They take turns and they interpret every 15 minutes.
So every 15 minutes you switch.
Yep.
Good.
It's been about 15
Come on,
minutes
show
now.
Your face. you're the other interpreter. So a brief question about like styles. You come from New Orleans. So probably, do they use a different type of sign language compared to New York City or Canada or Seattle? Or is it every time the same sign language everywhere?
Well, there are different signs. For example, so each person typically has an accent. New Yorkers will have an accent, people in Seattle, New Orleans will have a personality or an accent to the way they sign. So, you know, in the United States using ASL, we understand each other, but we all have our own little accents.
Do you have a beautiful accent word from New Orleans? Oh wait, maybe maybe something Mardi Gras related or something like that. How do you sign Mardi Gras? How do you do that?
Okay, we would use this sign, Mardi Gras, because often people have masks on, or they'll have beads. So deaf people in New Orleans will typically describe it that way, by describing beads or masking on the face, and that'll be our sign for Mardi Gras.
Would people in Seattle immediately understand that?
Well, it's a particular sign for New Orleans because she's asking me the interpreter sign for Mardi Gras. I would probably sign Mardi Gras.
Ah.
Yeah,
So
like a celebration. Yeah. But what I'm doing is describing Mardi Gras in New Orleans, what it looks like. It looks like beads, masks. It's not just a celebration.
Okay, I see. So, thank you very much. I think you need a little bit of rest now. So, I will give you the rest. But thank you very much for the interview. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Take care.
I have a New Orleans